So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. My name is Stephen Reese, of course. Today is Wednesday and I'm starting to feel a little better. Yeah, boy, that cold really do it to me, you know. I ain't lying. I'm starting to get some taste back in my mouth, hopefully. It's not as dry as it was yesterday and the days before and that kind of thing now. But yeah, if you get that flu, yeah, boy, you gotta deal with it proper. Hopefully the cough is going. That is the most aggravating part for me. You see that cough? I can't take that cough, especially when I talk and go through articles and things like that. Frustrating. All right, so we're coming off the back of the Prime Minister speaking at the CARICOM Summit opening. And boy, did she have some things to say. We do have part of her speech where she dealt with, we have two parts of her speech. One where she dealt with the kidnapping of Brent Thomas, and the other where she dealt with the U.S.-Venezuela situation and CARICOM and the whole zone of peace and everything. So we're going to get into that shortly. On the front page of the paper this morning, well, we have to go with the other newspapers because remember, we don't have any news there again. So I usually get a digital copy of The Guardian. And the front page of The Guardian this morning says, Prime Minister delivers scathing address at CARICOM Summit opening. Who vex loss is the headline. That's right. Strongly defends Trinidad and Tobago's support of U.S. action against Venezuela, admonishes leaders for interfering in regional elections. That one is interesting, considering that there was a perception that the UNC themselves was interfering in regional elections. So that one is a bit of a surprise to me, because the one in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, remember, Anna Roberts did bust the mark, as they say, with the HEC issue, with the housing issue with Ralph Gonsalves and his family, right? But there were also reports of seeing certain UNC people on the ground, I think in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and in St. Lucia. So that one, I'm kind of surprised that she admonished leaders for interfering in regional elections when it has been perceived that her government has done the same. So, you know. And then sharply criticizes Secretariat over its non-response to the Brent Thomas kidnapping. So we'll get into that. We'll get into that speech, the part with Trinidad and Tobago's support of the U.S. action against Venezuela. We'll get into that part of the speech. That's about 6 minutes. So I'll play it in its entirety for context, of course. Also, in the paper this morning, the PNM has condemned the Prime Minister's what they term reckless CARICOM speech. So the PNM is saying that, opposition leader Penelope Beckles has condemned Prime Minister Kamla Persad Bissessa's speech at the CARICOM Heads of Government meeting, saying it does not reflect the views of right-thinking citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and the wider region. I don't know where they're going with that, because I listened to it, and on all accounts, I don't see anything wrong with what the Prime Minister said. On the Brent Thomas issue, she spoke to her as opposition leader writing the Secretariat, asking for some answers on that kidnapping, which she has not gotten up to today, almost 3 to 4 years later. And what she spoke to, and this is why I'm playing 6 minutes there, for context. What she spoke to is that she said that while we are elected, all of us here have been elected by a majority, and we have formed the governments of our islands, there must be a voice for the opposition parties as well. Because we have all been in opposition at one point in time or the other, and we may be in opposition again. And CARICOM cannot just lend its voice to those who govern. They must have a space for those in opposition. And that's what she was speaking to. So I don't see anything reckless there. on the issue of the United States of America and Trinidad and Tobago. You will hear what she said for herself, and you could be the judge on whether she was reckless or not. TPP claps back at Camille over Farley St. Kitts mission. She also announced, Farley Augustine, that for the first time Tobago had a representative at the CARICOM as well. So, you know, that was met with some applause. Then you have regional leaders push back against talk of CARICOM split. This is News 3. Yeah, number 3. Yeah. Right, so regional leaders push back against talk of CARICOM split. Regional leaders directly confronted what they described as the perception of a growing fracture within the regional bloc during yesterday's opening ceremony of the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM. And then you have parliamentarians hailing PM and Rubio's meeting. And that includes the opposition. Surprisingly, seeing that the opposition was so intent on us not supporting the United States of America. So, and opting to side with CARICOM with his own apiece. But some parliamentarians believe Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessa's private meeting today with United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio is a positive development for this country. And, of course, they will meet today in St. Kitts. Speaking with Guardian Media outside the Red House in Port of Spain yesterday, Opposition Senator Dr. Amy Brown, who was a strong proponent of the Prime Minister attending the CARICOM meeting, said he has no issue with that particular agenda item. All right? Saying, quote, she's our head of government, and being the Secretary of State, being a special guest at the meeting, it's quite an order for such a meeting to take place. However, he added, it's what is discussed and what positions are being carried and how does that affect the sovereignty of Trinidad and Tobago coming out of these interactions. And the article goes on. You could read that in the paper today as well. And finally, we have, there's 4. I have two more headlines that we'll go through. Give me the news 4 now. Yeah. Fixed penalty warning system to start Monday, giving drivers time to comply. Okay? So the new system starts on Monday. Motorists will benefit from a new grace period starting Monday before facing fines for minor vehicle defects. This was announced by Transport and Aviation Minister Eliza Kur, all right, and confirmed. So this will start from Monday, all right? And government will not ban public sharing of police footage, says Alexander. Well then, and this is my thing with Alexander, then why mention anything along those lines to create unnecessary static and negative perception as it relates to things like that when you were asked by the reporters outside Parliament some weeks ago? You understand? It's time that you really had to think before you open your mouth and talk, Breds. Because the only reason why you had to come and say this now is because you made a statement implying a ban in the first place, which we know would not happen, could not happen. You understand? And the Prime Minister is not one for that, to try and block people from sharing this and posting that and whatever, right? So the head of the government isn't a person like that would, do something like that or side or take the side of any ban, as it really say anything like that. So I don't know why say it in the first place. You understand? Prison officers warn of possible strike over health and pension concerns. And then finally, in the final headline, News 5 now. This one is interesting as we continue to follow what's going on with the Blue Wave Harmony. Minister John says the MV Blue Wave Harmony is not the cause of Tobago goods shortage. Minister of Works and Infrastructure, Jolene John, has clarified that any current shortage of goods in Tobago is unrelated to the MV Blue Harmony, which is scheduled to begin its maiden commercial voyage in 4 days. John was at the port of Port of Spain on Monday night, overseeing the Port Authority as it cleared the yard of cargo bound for Tobago. And it goes on to the visit and wherever, right? Bam, 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 bam. Does this have to do with her visits there? I'm trying to see what is the reason then. She's saying the vessel is more than capable of handling the cargo and so on and so forth. All right, I don't have time to go through the whole article, but you can take a read in it. She is saying that it is not the MV Blue Wave Harmony that is the cause of the Tobago goods shortage. All right? And finally, Al-Rawi rejects claim that the Zoso defeat fueled the murder surge. Well, now you all know my position on that. I personally had no problem with supporting the Zoso bill because I was particularly interested in the government's obligation to community development and rebuilding those communities that they would have declared as a zone of special operation. I see that Roger Alexander jumped out yesterday and he said that the defeat of the Zoso, that if the Zoso bill was not defeated, if it was passed, we could have avoided some of those murders. I do not agree with that. I do not think that we could just simply say the Zoso bill would have stopped people from getting murdered the way that, and you'll see some of the murders, one in particular that took place at Grand Bazaar, when we get to Greenwich via the phone line this morning, right? Now it's interesting, because on one hand, I was telling X yesterday, the last time I had seen a video like that was way before the SOE. So when we were under a state of emergency, we weren't seeing murders like that, where men was getting gunned down in the road and men standing up over them with automatic rifle. But during the state of emergency, it was the police's job to get those illegal firearms off the streets at the same time. So during the state of emergency, the police, of course, we couldn't expect them to get all the illegal firearms. So therefore, you still have fellas who armed to the teeth and a lot of illegal firearms out there. And that's what the reporter's supposed to be asking the police or the Minister of Defense or the Minister of Homeland Security. After nearly a year of a state of emergency, what is the position with illegal firearms right now on the streets? Instead of asking about the Commissioner of Police not wearing the Punisher logo. You understand? I think that maybe a question like illegal firearms, how many illegal firearms were found by the police and seized during those operations of a state of emergency. I know that the press conference was dealing with the carnival issues and everything carnival and all of the safe carnival that we had. But in truth and in fact, if we go historically, Trinidad and Tobago under different commissioners of police have always had a safe carnival more or less maybe for the last 2 decades, right? But I've always said, and I kept asking the question, when the SOE ends, what is your plan for after that? He himself, Roger Alexander, has said that, listen, we have plans, man. We have plans. But the Zoso gets shut down, so what is your plan? We have not heard of any plan or strategy that is being implemented. Now, I do not expect that they're going to, on issues of national security, that our government is going to come out and tell you, well, every little thing that they're going to do and plan. But I'm not seeing a strategy. And I don't want to believe that we just, okay, the Zoso was defeated, and we go, let's let the chips fall where it may, and who dead. Because if that is the position, and if that is the strategy, then we know better than the former then. You understand what I'm saying? And we're supposed to be headed in a better place. We just had a U.S. official say that 40%, and the Prime Minister just spoke of it in the CARICOM meeting, and you'll hear about that in her speech, that part of her speech in just a little bit. But she mentioned that 40% decline, and you had a U.S. official speak at the AmCham seminar, which was underreported, and he said that that should be marketed across the world, that 40% decline in murders, that we should use that as a marketing strategy. So we come out of the state of emergency. We do have a ZOSO to go to, but we're coming off the back of a positive decline in murders of some 40-something%. Then implement something so that we could keep the criminal elements under some form of manners, right? Under some restraint, so that we could keep that murder toll down, so that we can use it as a marketing tool to boost the tourism sector, right? But this set will talk about if we had this also, this would not happen. That I can't agree with that. I cannot agree with that because you never know what could happen. You might have implemented this also and it would have still happened. Who knows? So to say that, I can't agree with that. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, but what I'm saying is, in terms of what Al-Rawi is saying, in rejecting that Zoso defeat claim, I'd agree with him because you can't use that to say, well, look, this would not happen. You don't know what would happen, right? But and at the end of the day, you have to have a plan. What is your plan? What is the Commissioner of Police plan? Implement. You understand? Because proper policing does not stop because a Zoso bill didn't pass. All right? Good. So, those are some of the headlines in the paper this morning. As we proceed, I want to remind you, that's now, I don't remind all you, let's pull it up here. Right. Jameson. So I want to remind you to boost your immune system with Jameson Immunity Products. All right? Because if you're like me, you need it. So boost your immune system with Jameson Immunity Products to fight off the seasonal sniffles, such as their cold fighter with Echinacea, the vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor, and for additional support, you could try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. All right, so chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson trusted vitamins and minerals. Also, Steel Force Caribbean Limited, located at number 47, lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, and they are your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, and they offer full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details, and this includes fabrication of steel tanks and pipes all set at API standards, and they do offer that wide range of services for residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and they do extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So give them a call on 490-2771 or 399-7590. It is Steel Force Caribbean Limited, reinventing the standards on how we handle steel. And I also want to remind you about the barbecue taking place this weekend. All right? So we have the barbecue. It is the Mingle and Barbecue at Reality of a Dream. Reality of a Dream, of course, is located number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan, from 2:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And yeah, man, it's for a terrific cause. And you get live performances by Sean Daniel and many more. Artists will be on hand to perform for you. You have full access to the swimming pool area as well. So you could dine in and, have your fun at the swimming pool area, or you could pass through and take away. You have chicken and fish options, okay? And this takes place this Saturday, the 28th of February. So you can call 490-6760 or 332-6880 and get the tickets to the barbecue and go out and support, all right? Nice, man. And also, I want to remind you all about Scandal in Cedros. Let me just mention that quick. Yeah. Nice, man. So we got Scandal in Cedros, And of course, our good friends at RSRR Productions, they're presenting this brand new comedy. And it's a comedy by Ricardo Samuel, directed by Deborah Buka Mason and Richard Raghubar Singh. And I tell you what, it's only 2 shows at the Central Bank Auditorium this Saturday and Sunday. All right, so make sure and get your tickets, all right? Tickets available at K-Squared Fashions, West Mall, Eastgates, and Brentwood Mall. Also, Jabili Rawe in Tunapuna, Alextronics in Arima, Chamflair's Auto Service, and Anton's Florals, all right? So you can get those tickets. When love, money, sex, and juice mix, expect trouble, all right? Get those tickets, go out. It's going to be absolutely hilarious. Okay, now having said that, I don't know how much time I'm going to have to do this, but the Prime Minister did speak CARICOM yesterday, and she had some things to say as it relates to the U.S.-Venezuela issue and the position taken by Trinidad and Tobago. And we're going to run you that part of the speech in full. Well, at least I cut it down to about 6 minutes or so. All right, so give us that, and then I'll see if I can squeeze a few calls before we take the break and get to Greenwich, because Greenwich is joining us not via Zoom, but via the phone line this morning. We just have a couple things to bring up with him, so it shouldn't take long. And then we will get to the second hour, because we got Pastor John later on this morning, and we do have that Joint Select Committee that was taking place, and Terence Dial Singh, who will have to face, well, it looked like you gotta face it, based on the information coming out from that JSC on the pharmaceutical industry. But take me to what the Prime Minister said at the CARICOM yesterday, the U.S., Venezuela, and Trinidad and Tobago's position.
Anna, we took very careful note of what happened in the CARICOM in 2025, when my government chose to lend support then to the Nicolas Maduro regime, and despite repeated threats against 2 fellow CARICOM members from Venezuela, most of the CARICOM stood against the 2. Only 2 were threatened. One was Guyana, still under threat. I openly said that if they touch Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago will be there with you and stand with you. And the other was Trinidad and Tobago. We are threatened, and we are still threatened by Venezuela. And I'll say a little more about that in a moment. So how could the CARICOM be a zone of peace when a narco dictator who imprisoned and killed thousands of civilians and opposition members, you will see recently over 300 persons from the opposition in Venezuela have been released. They were in prison because of politics. So how can it be, when that regime was threatening violence to 2 CARICOM member states, there was no voice from the CARICOM? We were talking about a zone of peace. And in my respectful view, my country is not a zone of peace, and I'll tell you why. Because of the unreliability of the CARICOM in the above situation, TNT Guyana, we cannot bind ourselves to the same political ideologies, the same foreign issues, and the same security policies of the entire CARICOM. That's why I welcome Prime Minister all those words, that we have each our own pathway to walk, depending on what is happening in our country. And so, my friends, I say, going forward, we will work with the CARICOM. We were invested in the CARICOM. We've been there from day one, and we want to be there after the end and the beginning and in the end. We want to be there with the CARICOM. It's very vital. I'm a CARICOM child, you know. I lived in Jamaica as Prime Minister. I studied in Jamaica 14 years. I studied there. I lectured at the university in Jamaica. I lived in Barbados. My child was born in Barbados. My son is Bajan. Recently he was trying to apply to UE to get into UWL Law School. And when he took his Bajan passport, they said, no. You have to come and bring a TT ID card. Sounds like a joking matter, but a serious matter. May you know that. My son is born in Barbados, and of course Trinidad. So I've had that experience of living and working Jamaica, Barbados, and of course my own country, Trinidad and Tobago. So we will want to have our own foreign issues, policies, defend our sovereignty as we see best. And so I come to the elephant that might be in the room. I come to the USA and the cooperation that we had with the USA. Thanks to President Trump, thanks to Secretary Rubio and the US military, I say thank you today for standing firm against narco trafficking, human and arms smuggling originated from Venezuela. That is what we were facing in Trinidad and Tobago. Maybe some of you other islands in the Caribbean, your nations do not have that level of illegal migration and, of course, the crime. So in 2024, crime was being treated as a public health gimmick. It was dubbed a public health issue. It's not a public health issue. Because of the crime, you're not alive to get any public health. You're dead. That's what the crime is like. So don't talk to me about a zone of peace when I will tell you, Trinidad and Tobago, 1.4 million people. We recorded 623 murders in 1 year, in 2024. And 40% of those murders, they were gang-related, driven by narcotics, by firearms smuggled in from Venezuela, and gangs coming out of Venezuela and mingling and mixing with gangs in Trinidad. In 2025, change of government, change of policy to treat with the drug cartels and the gangs as violent terrorist organizations. The military action by the American military in the Caribbean caused, you know what happened in our country? Caused our murder rate to decrease by 42%. You know what that meant? There were 257 less murders in TNT. I can say thanks again to President Trump. And thanks again to Secretary Rubio, Marco Rubio. I thank them and the US military for the cooperation and what they shared with us for national security matters. Maybe in your islands you don't have the kind of crime we have. I know Prime Minister Hoslas, we tried to pass the Oswald bill in Trinidad. We were not as fortunate as you in the parliament, but I know you have done well with your murder rate. So some of us, the crime is so bad, I cannot depend on just my military, my protective services, and certainly from you in the CARICOM, many of you do not have military or large police services to help us down there. So again, I repeat, in Trinidadians are saying, who vex loss? But we gained from the help, I'm saying, that military help, and I will welcome them again. So we changed the policy, and we were able to bring those murders down by 42%. As I said, that's 257 less people who would have been dead had we not taken that course.
So that's what the Prime Minister had to say as it relates to the Venezuela situation and Trinidad and Tobago's position in terms of supporting the United States of America there and the position that CARICOM took. And I think what she basically said in her speech there, that part of the speech, but while she laid out all of that, she also said that, you know, we would want to have our own foreign policies. Our foreign policy is going to differ from other member states of CARICOM based on what we're going through. And they would set their foreign policy, of course, based on what they are going through. So migration issues and crime issues may differ throughout the Caribbean. Hello, good morning. I'll keep it short this morning, then we got to go to a break. Quick as you would. That's now. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, boy. I watched it last night, and from what I see, the woman spoke a lot of uncomfortable truths that bothered a lot of people. But at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. And when the woman finished talk, even me and Motley a clap. Me and Motley face look like she talk about doubles and drink a supplement.
Oh, Lord. All right. 327. I don't know why, Lord Father. Morning.
Stefan.
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
The Prime Minister is claiming that because she supported the U.S., that is what brought down the crime or the killing. reduce the murders from 650 by 42%. So the state of emergency was a waste of time. That is what I understand from what she read. And we keep blaming the opposition and the independent senator for the failure of the Zoso bill, when in truth and in fact, they said the changes that were recommended by both opposition and independent senators, it was too close to the end of the SOE to make any changes, and that is why they voted against it. So I personally blame the government for that failure, because they could have asked for time, go through the changes, if they don't want to make not all but some. At least we would have not had to wait for 6 months to reintroduce the Zoso bill. And the fact remains, we have a culture and community development if we have to do anything in the community. And as you said earlier, nothing stops the police from doing the job. Have a pleasant morning.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Nothing don't stop the police from doing their job because the SOE is over. There is still policing to do. Just do your policing job. Morning.
Hello, Stefan.
Yeah, morning.
A very
Go ahead.
pleasant morning to you. Since Monday, I was supposed to say that Monday you look like an executive. Tuesday you look like even better, a CEO. And today you look rather handsome.
Okay, thank you so much.
My husband is sitting right here, so I'm not, being facetious about it. Anyway, so to the Prime Minister talk the talk, walk the walk, and dress the walk. Congratulations. Big up the Prime Minister, and who vex lost. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Okay. I'll see if I can squeeze 2 more here before I go to the break. If I can squeeze 2 more very quickly here. Hello, good morning. Want to keep it nice and short so I can accommodate more calls.
Stefan, morning.
Yeah, what's up?
You know something? I think people in Trinidad doesn't like nobody to tell or expose the truth of what happened in Trinidad and Tobago. You know? I read in somebody comments on this, and I telling myself that people, this is point blank. The truth is what she was saying there. No? You understand? The truth about what happened in Trinidad and Tobago and the zone of peace thing that they were talking about. You understand? I feel she addressed it. I wasn't expecting less than that. You understand?
Okay.
Cool.
All right,
Yeah,
no
man.
problem. Yeah. Let me see. Morning.
This is point blank.
Yeah, morning.
That's what she was saying.
Morning.
Yeah, man.
The Prime Minister didn't say the state of emergency didn't help. The state of emergency was there, but we needed people outside. Everybody condemning what is going on in the country, but the police system is governed by rules, while the criminals have no rules. So what will even the playing field? Now the state of emergency is a tool that we have, and people don't want it to be used. Everybody condemns everything that they do. So what do they have to offer that will give them now the power and the authority similar to that of a state of emergency, where the police will now begin to operate just like the criminals? So when we look at things now, nobody is offering no solution. We were talking about up the Coast Guard so to prevent some of these guns from coming, because now that the American war, that has begun to happen again. And then we need more radars, and we need more things. We need a martial squad to go after the police with certain powers. We need additional training. We need all sorts of things. But people now not looking at what we can do. Just condemn whatever is presented by whoever. And I would like those who make a noise with the Prime Minister XYZ to give she the magic wand that they have, so she can fix everything one time. You have a good day, man.
Lord, Father, I tell you, oh God, Lord. Morning. I'll keep it quick and short. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. Thanks for taking our call. You know, 2 things you had mentioned. One of them is the Homeland Security Minister. You know, when people speak, you know, policy making is much more difficult than somebody asking you a question and just talking totally out of timing, as we say in Trinidad. If this is your manner of speech, and then afterwards you have to come and literally eat your words, when you sit down in a meeting to plan policy that affecting people's life, how you going about that in this power? When people have power, is a sense of drunkenness that take people when they're not educated enough. You know? When you can't handle the power that you have, you tend to run off the road. That is why you don't give parents vehicles to drive, you know? Because it's a lot of power and they're not educated to manage it. And the Homeland Security Ministry is not no little parlor. They're not something to put somebody who could barely even speak and over and over and over. You're seeing. And I don't have no fun in making fun of people education level, you know. I hear people talking about Alta and making fun. That is not a jokey thing. A man that cannot speak, a man that for some reason his reading ability diminished and he is running Homeland Security. Really? And secondly, as you say, a zone of peace, and the Prime Minister talking that talk, really, the whole world know this was not to help nobody in narco trafficking. The whole world know that. Why we come to talk like that? That is not a that was sad. That was sad.
The whole world know what?
The whole world know that the reason why that whole Venezuela thing with the US was not about narco trafficking. That was not the reason for what they did. The whole world know that. That's what I wanted to say.
All right.
They come to throw that in people's face.
I'm saying keep it short. You're going over 2 minutes already. Everybody was less than a minute. All right, yeah. All right, so we had to go to the break. I had to go to the break. Oh God, boy, I'm Judson, boy. I can't take the call, boy. I had to go to the break, boy. If that one was a little shorter, but a minute shorter, I'll be able to take the call. I got to go to the break. As I go to the break, people, let me see. Setwayo board. Don't forget, Setwayo Holistic Health Clinic. Just let me get that real quick here, because we got Greenwich coming up, and I will come back to the phone lines after in the second hour. Powered by nutritional therapy, simply reverse those diseases instead of managing it by calling SET and booking an appointment now. You could book your appointment on 279-3935 or 761-1952. All right? And while you're booking your appointment and you call in SET, you could also order the book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished. And you could also pick up the book at all RIK bookstores or Amazon. We take the break. When we come back, Greenwich will join us via the phone line. And then we will get back to some phone calls before we get to Pastor John in the second hour. Stay tuned.
On International Women's Weekend, March 7th and 8th, we continue to celebrate those who are gone but not forgotten. Also, a special celebration appearance by the Calypso Monarch of the World, Terry Lyons.
Yo, this is Terry Lyons, and guess what? On the 7th and the 8th of March, we'll be celebrating on International Women's Day those who are gone but not forgotten and the present. Come out, tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't forget, let's celebrate. Trinidad need a blessing. Love you.
On Saturday 7th March at Napa 6 p.m. and Sunday 8th at Sapa 5 p.m. as Trinbago receives a blessing. Past women champions to be celebrated. Singing Sandra, singing Francine, and Denise Plummer. Also Funny, Shadow, Maestro, Blacks, Rico, Arrow. Your master of ceremony, Sunny Bling. Tickets $300 and $250. $50 off by Monday, March 2nd. If stocks last, an additional $10 off for online purchases. For more info, call 732-3402. Gone but not forgotten. Celebrating International Women's Weekend.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78 Bamboo Settlement number 2 Valsain between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Allen's Bakery is a household name, serving the community for over 60 years. Their world-famous currant roll and hard dough are a must. Celebrate your special occasion with your specialty cake made to order. Located at 1109 Nostrand Avenue in Brooklyn, New York, visit their bar and cafe located just next door. Try out the signature drinks with a wide range of dishes to choose from. Allen's Bar and Cafe is your next social venue. Open for lunch, takeout only, Monday to Friday, 12 noon to 4 p.m. Thursdays and Friday nights, 6 to midnight. Weekend brunch from 1 to 4 p.m. Saturday and Sundays. Let them host your next event at the Hidden Gems by Allen's. Give them a call at 718-316-6617 or email allensbarandcafe@gmail.com.
You will not deny that this is the maddest place on earth, and we go shout from the top of the mountains. This is the greatest place, our great escape, my favorite space, the maddest place on earth. Would you believe me when I tell you? Better you come and take a sample. A little bit is still a lot to handle, but you can find no other example. We really have a different kind of style. The elders teach it to me as a child, and this is how we know that we are alive. Vincy people never need too much to start a vibe. It's Vincy time, June and July. love to the maddest place on earth. Can't tell no lie.
All right, so we are back. And as we return on Breaking Dawn, we're just about 14 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. And I want to engage Greenwich this morning. So we have Sergeant Greenwich with us via the phone lines. Greenwich, what's up, man? Good morning to you.
Good morning, Transdiva. Once again, a pleasure to be here.
All right, nice, man. Well, I know, but you couldn't come in via Zoom. You're on leave out.
Yes, and some vacation, much needed.
Much
but,
needed.
It doesn't take away from me doing my civil responsibility and attempting to edify the public on policing issues and so on.
I realize that. I see you in Yuma Ban Carnival Tuesday. So, were you working or playing?
A bit of both.
A bit of both. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, well, we know that the Commissioner of Police held a press conference recently on the carnival and, to go through the figures of how safe the carnival was and the job that the police did during that period. However, just a few days after that carnival period, the nonsense seemed to have started back. There was a double murder, and then there was another shooting and a killing of a man in the Grand Bazaar area. We have the footage here that we're going to run. Director, if you could put up the shooting. Right, so this is the fella, apparently he went to Last Jam, and then he went there to get a pizza, and the men and them pull up on him, so they had to be marking him from some way out. They came out with automatic rifles. They shot him dead in the road like a dog, as they say. So we saw this happen. Any information on this thus far?
Not
other than outside of what's in the public space already?
I know the homicide are working on several leads, but of course I'm unable to discuss as the matter is currently under investigation.
Okay.
Right, but we ask the members of the public who may have information, again, identify police that they could trust, because, when we see something, we need to see something, and yes, we understand the challenge in terms of public trust and engagement with the police, but I believe everybody ought to know at least one officer that they could trust with information and so on. So we are asking for the public assistance in getting these people to face justice.
Yeah, but Greenwich, let me ask you something. I was making a point to somebody recently where I said that I had not seen a killing like that since the SOE. During the period of the state of emergency, I cannot recall any video footage surfacing with gunmen going after an individual in the way that video that we saw in that video there and gunning him down in the middle of the road. I cannot recall. Before the SOE, before the SOE, and I'm talking before the SOE since 2024, December 2024. Before that SOE was declared, that first SOE, those are the type of videos we used to see circulating with men putting down, killing and all kind of thing. But during that period of the state of emergency, I cannot recall gunmen coming out and operating like that. So it seems that the SOE is over and we're back to square one.
That's one, I think it would be kind of unfortunate for us to think like that. However, our memory seems to be short because right before the carnival period, we had a situation in Couva, I believe, where a young mother was shot and killed in front of her child.
Yes, yes.
Right, and
but that was outside of the state of emergency, eh?
Yes, I get that. However,
Right? That's my point.
My issue is this. We continue to focus not only on acquiring firearms, illegal firearms, and so on the streets, but there must be some level of engagement in terms of changing mindset, right? Having an SOE assist with the restriction of movement, it assists in terms of freezing constitutional rights, ensuring that police officers can access suspected households in terms of illegal activity without warrant and so on, right? But we see the commissioner also focusing through community policing on changing mindset because an SOE could never be forever, right? And as such, other avenues need to be put in place to really focus on changing the mindset of our young people so they would in fact not engage in some of these issues we see, because these things are becoming somewhat brass and face and bone now. We don't care who sees, we don't care if it's recorded, right? And it speaks of the deterioration of us as a people socially, right? So there must be some level of engagement to treat with that. One, two, it must be viewed that there's some consequence for behaviors like that when we engage in it, right? Because the only reason why the elements seem to be operating the way they do presently is because we're telling ourselves that there's no consequence to these actions, right? To ensure proper consequence, of course, we need the support of the public in assisting the police in bringing these people before justice.
Okay.
Right? Because on the ground there would be information as to who, what, where, when, and why. Right? And I'm saying that, oh gosh, it must have at least one police officer I trust, even if it's a thing my number, right? That we could share the information to have these people brought before the courts or apprehended by any legal means to ensure that there's consequence to the actions.
Okay. All right. There's another incident I want to point out real quickly here. It took place on Cassie Street, I think it was in El Dorado. Yesterday, I believe it was. You can give me the other clip, director, the one with the carjacking. Yeah, the other video. Senya carjacking, El Dorado. Yeah. Yeah. El Dorado. Yeah. Yeah, Greenwich.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know the carjacking in El Dorado that took place yesterday. Right. So we continue to have this issue with stolen vehicles again. All right? Which is, I mean, I've seen videos all through the state of emergency with people going in people's yard, stealing a vehicle in the dead of night, things like that. But this one was during the course of the day yesterday, as it was reported on social media. It was Cassie Street, I think it was, right? Yes, Solomon, yes. No? I didn't say that. All right, check your email. I said it now. In the busy schedule that I had yesterday, I probably forgot. Right? I know I forwarded to Greenwich for sure. So I feel I said it to Greenwich and I didn't send it to you. I feel like so. I said it to Greenwich. I'm telling you, like I don't know, boy, like I get some Genko or something, boy. Oh Lord have mercy, boy. Let me see. I just want to pull up the footage. Yeah, but there was a carjacking that took place yesterday. Yeah, I really didn't send it to him, you know. Okay. So, yeah, Greenwich, in the context of these stolen vehicles, the police themselves making any headway with any of these things, man? Because it seems to be, it seems to be a normal occurrence. There seems to be a big ring taking place with these. There has to be an entire network
Exactly. So
that
I wanna
exists for
take-
these things to be, for this to be going on for so long.
I would like to take the road less traveled in this regard. Right now, usually criminal elements would steal vehicles or take vehicles away for two purposes. One to either engage in some other illegal enterprise, some activity they have to perform, and they need a vehicle to do so. Two, for the illegal resale of vehicles. Now, the fact of the matter is this. We always say that any deal that appears to be too good to be true usually is too good to be true. Right? And there has to be person or persons either purchasing the entire vehicle or the parts or the battery, the hybrid battery, whatever the case may be. Right? And as long as we as a society continue to encourage or condone this behavior by literally financing criminality by purchasing these illegal items, the cash flow will continue making it attractive for the criminal elements. Right? So generally, the general public or persons who are involved in sale, resale of vehicles and parts ought to be very mindful as to who they're purchasing the parts or the vehicles and from. Because, I mean, so for be real, without documentation and so on, why would we be purchasing parts or vehicles from these people? And they're only doing it because they appear to be an attractive market for it, which means people are in fact buying it.
No, well, there's my point. There is an entire network.
So we too as the general public, whether we have a lawful business or whatever the case, we are encouraging some level of criminality by looking for the too good to be true deals.
Repeat that last part for me.
We are encouraging the criminality by looking for these too good to be true deals, where these people come in for cheap, quick sales after engaging and distressing other members of the public.
Yeah, but Greenwich, okay, so what you're saying is that if, all right, that there is, you're saying that this exists because there is a market for it?
Yes, that's the only way to be lucrative and attractive.
Okay, but is there no sting operation, and I know I've asked this in the past, but we know that a sting operation could take place because the police just not too long ago ended engaged in a sting operation that led to the arrest of some individuals with some Facebook marketplace deal. So
Stefan, what I would say is I know that I am aware that the Commissioner of Police recently augmented the strength of the stolen vehicles units. Right? I know that they are very active and impactful in the North Central and Northern North Division. Up till last night, we had officers of the Northern North Division under the supervision of Senior Superintendent Maynard Wilson recovering a vehicle in that division. Right? So we do in fact have boots on the ground engaging patrols, looking out for vehicles that may be illegal or stolen, whatever the case may be. But again, once there's a lucrative market fit, these people will continue to run the risk of doing same, right?
Right.
The vehicle was in fact recovered on Newtown's Avenue in Malabar, right? So we want to commend the officers who engaged in that last night, Constable Sylvester, Constable Brewster, Corporal Ramsaran.
Right.
Right, but the fact of the matter is until it becomes unattractive, risky, or there isn't unprofitable, we'll have these people continuing to ply this illegal trade.
All right. Well, I mean, I just think it's time that the police do something to get to this entire network Because, I mean, look, I have been a victim of it's had nothing. You see that fella that they put a lighter on the ground, the driver of the vehicle? Whether he's the driver of the vehicle or the owner of the vehicle, I could tell you, it didn't have nothing like seeing somebody drive off with your car. Eh?
Well, recently I almost ended up a victim indirectly as well. My friend was driving my vehicle, a partner, female partner, and she parked it at Mount Hospital. And the back glass, you know, the small back glass they like to break to enter. The little triangle glass in the back door that they usually break to enter the vehicle.
Right. They
would have broken it and entered. But somewhere along the line, I don't know if the insurance was out. So I don't know if they read the insurance or whatever, but they abandoned the mission and they left the vehicle right where it is.
Okay.
Right. So we have to be mindful in terms of situational awareness. Where we parking, try to avoid parking in dark areas and try and minimize the risk. I mean, how much could we minimize? Because this gentleman was actually driving on the roadway and he was intercepted, right? But we have to try it again. We come on the program, we always talk about situational awareness and, you know, observe if you're being followed, use your rearview mirror. If you see a vehicle behind it for too long, pull in the nearest station, do things that could assist in deterring these criminal elements from being successful in their franchise.
Yeah. No, I understand all of that. I mean, I look at that, you could go back to the start of the clip, Director. Yeah. They pull up, yeah. I mean, the brother, I mean, look, you're sitting on in your vehicle, you're not expecting, you know, I mean, I have learned now that if I sit on my vehicle, I see a vehicle coming my way, depending on the type of vehicle too, eh? So I looking out for Tida, Wing Road, Aqua, and that kind of thing.
So sometimes they use high-end vehicles as well, you know.
No, I know they use high-end vehicles as well. But the main culprits is the Tida, the Aqua, the Wing Road?
Yeah, well, statistically speaking, yes. But I always advise people that if you park up and you're in your vehicle, you're sitting duck. Somebody's going to come out of the vehicle, stretch your legs a bit. So something happen, you can evade whoever. It is difficult to evade while you're sitting in your vehicle. You know?
Well, I a little more aware now, so I just kind of anticipate and be looking around. You know what I mean? Just pay attention. After it happened to you once, Yes, be a little attention, eh? You're more attentive to what's going on around, you know. Because, I mean, he could have just be saying on the car, he could have been on the phone, he could have been having a conversation with somebody, so he really ain't paying attention to this vehicle coming at him and that kind of thing. And that's how it has happened now. But I tell you, this thing's sick now, boy.
And there's no bigger distraction than that cell phone use.
Yeah.
Right? We tend to get taken away into the conversation, whatever we're doing, and we focus less on our immediate environment. Right? So these are things we have to be mindful of in order to minimize the risk of becoming a victim to situations like this.
All right. Just finally here, because I'm already out of time, I've done 4 minutes past 7. Director, you could just pull up the last clip for me? This is the greatest policing. Right. This clip been circulating in Greenwich. So apparently some police officers went to this abandoned house and it appears that the man that they're looking for is hanging on the outside of the building. Director, you can zoom in on that man there? Yeah, the fella in the blue, they call him the local Spider-Man. They say Peter Parker ain't nothing on him. Right? Look, the police and them on the top floor there. The man right outside the window holding on, eh? That man hold on there for I don't know how long, because the video is edited. So at some point in time, the person paused the video and then the press back start. But the video within itself, the edited version, is like 1 minute and 6 seconds long. So I don't know how long the brother was there hanging on, but the police apparently was looking for him. Look, the police right there. At no point in time, No policeman walk by the window or whatever you want to call it. You had to call it the window. I mean, the abandoned house, and look, the people outside or whatever. I don't know what caused them to pursue or to end up in that abandoned building. I would think that they were pursuing the individual, probably saw him run in that building, and that is why they went in there. I cannot see the police going into a building, an abandoned building like that, unless they saw the individual running there. And this is what I'm saying. If that is the case, and I am in pursuit of an individual and I see them go into an abandoned building, and I go to the abandoned building, and I search in the abandoned building, at some point in time, it didn't go down on me to at least look outside, right? And that's an accident or Greenwich.
Well, yes, Stefan. Again, it is a lesson to the police service. Right? So for inexperienced officers who may not understand the distance someone evading capture would go, this video, in fact, will be a lesson to them to make better decisions when sweeping a building in the future. Right? I admire the gentleman's upper body strength because to hold on, to hold on the outside for that length of time, it speaks of him, right? And one would wonder, well, why was he so desperate to avoid capture? What would have been taking place? What offense may have been committed, and so on? But I am certain that this vehicle is now, this video has been placed in the archive of the police academy to be utilized as a training module for other officers. No, you're laughing, but I'm serious. You know,
No. Outside of that, right? I was waiting on you to touch this point, but I'll bring it to the table, right? I understand the training of the officers and everything that you're talking about, right? But you know where's the more something a little more to me the important point here, right? Is that somebody's recording this, right?
Right.
From not too far away. And at no point in time did they shout out and say, look him there.
Correct. Again, Stefan, this is very real to society. And the funny thing about this video is, had it gone south and it ended up in some engagement, everybody would have had a lot to say.
Yeah.
Right? Additionally, Mike, one of my main concerns is, God forbid this fellow was armed. He would have had, for want of a better phrase, the drop on the officers based on the vantage point he was at on the top and so on.
Right.
Right. So there are a lot of different scenarios that could have escalated this situation into something even more serious. So as much as we laughing and we trivializing, that's why I say we ought not to take away the lesson from it.
Yeah. And I just bring that point to you because I want people to understand, You might know what the police pursuing the man for, right? The person recording may not know what the police looking for this man, looking for him for, right?
Right.
But let me just say they were pursuing him because he now snatched a chain, or
he now shot someone.
Right. You have now allowed him an opportunity to go and rob somebody else, if that is the case. You understand what I'm saying? And that somebody could be one of your family.
Totally agree. And if the person is residing in close proximity based on the footage, what is stopping him from coming to distress you in a nearby future?
Well, all of that too. You know what I mean? So we just say we want to solve what crime to thing, but I mean you have a bystander there that watching the scene, recording the scene, watching this man holding on here, hiding from the police.
And
right?
does and says, you didn't have to shout, Stefan.
You got a point.
A simple call to 999 indicating, hey, I am observing police officers looking for a man there on so street. Right now, the man hanging out the window, could somebody inform them why the walkie-talkie about that? The man right there?
The man right there outside the window, yeah.
Yeah, but we choose not to assist because we don't see crime as our business until, of course, we become victims of the said crime.
Yeah. Well, such as the unfortunately, such as the the position of of certain people in the public space.
Yeah, but we need to understand that we have our civil responsibility as well as citizens, as patriots of this country of ours.
Yeah, understood. All right, Greenwich are out of time, but I see you have a Bacon Shack fundraiser going on.
Yeah, this Saturday, of course, the club is trying to raise funds to ensure that we balance everything that we need to do. So the members, the parents, and so on are coming out and engaging in a Bacon Shack sale on Open Boulevard by the bus shed. And it's simple, $35 each.
Okay,
Cool, man. Yeah.
Nice, man. But we have all look at that picture of that Bacon Shack, it's a bit hungry, boy.
I swear it is. The real one will look even better than that.
All right, man. No problem. All right, cool, man.
Thanks again.
Yeah, man. All right, people. So we're 12 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock. That is Acting Sergeant Greenwich on the inside there. There were some other things that I wanted to touch this morning, but I don't think I'll have time. So we'll just come back and take some phone calls. There is the Dialsing issue with the Joint Select Committee. There was an article in the paper about it yesterday. I see it has popped up again this morning. David Naked was asked about it outside the Parliament yesterday as well. The media also spoke to Dave Tanku outside the Parliament yesterday. They did ask about the tutor situation. Might have time to run that. And of course, the Prime Minister on the Brent Thomas issue, she did mention that yesterday as well. So we may have time to review that and take a few quick calls before we engage with Pastor John this morning. But before we do that, let me see here now. Hold on, eh? Where is it? We got Chef Shiraz. Am I get Chef host now? Yeah. Right. So Chef Shiraz has several courses taking place in the month of April. All right. Let me just give you the information on it. Right, here we are. So Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy, he has the course schedule here for March and April. So in March on the 14th and the 31st, he has his certificate in culinary arts and the Easter Kids cooking classes, which is a 3-day cooking class. All right, that's on the 31st of March. The certificate in culinary arts is on the 14th. And then on the 11th of April, he has the food costing workshop on the creative international cuisine. So you can make sure and give him a call or WhatsApp him on 372-4639 or 737-5097. All right, so make sure and give Chef a call or a WhatsApp and get registered today. All right, that is Chef Shiraz. And we also have Keolik. Yeah. Let me get the Keolik. Right. So we got the Keolik range of products backed by science. They got over 900 scientific research and clinical trials, all made from the aged garlic extract, and they include the cleanse and digestion, the blood pressure health, the cholesterol health, the total heart health, the circulation health, the Keo Green powder drink mix, and the Keodophilus probiotics. So you could make sure and pick up any product in the Keolik range at a pharmacy or health store across the country. For more information, you can WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. And do not forget, we have the Mingle and Barbecue taking place on the 28th of February. That is this Saturday. So this is brought to you by the San Juan Christian Union Church Revival Ministries. And it takes place at Reality of a Dream, 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan, from 2:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. You have two options, which is chicken and fish. And you can either dine in or take away. You get live performances as well. Sean Daniel will be one of the performers there on Saturday. And you have full access to the swimming pool area. So for more information, you can contact 490-6760 or 332-6880. All right, that's 490-6760 or 332-6880. All right, and that fish option, boy, I feel like I'm going to take the fish option, you know. Long time I need a little barbecue fish, you know. All right, and of course you get the fried rice, the macaroni salad. You're gonna get a bun and a toast salad. And I can tell you, anything that they're doing, they're gonna pack that box for you. I guarantee that. All right, and the food is, I mean, if you've ever been to the Christmas party in December, you could call it a Christmas party or Christmas dinner that takes place in December. The food is always right up, terrific tasting food. So make sure and check out the Mingle and Barbecue and get those tickets, all right? We got to take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll see how many calls we could accommodate before we get to Pastor John. Stay tuned.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply, everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career, Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be. Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
At Roger Victor Archibald Civil Rights and Personal Injury Attorneys, we are family.
No matter what the case is, we go fight it. If you're looking for justice, you will get it. Roger will treat you like you is VIP. Come join you with the team, cause in this law firm we treat you like family. Winning millions for clients since 1991. Family. At 718-237-1111 or visit our website at BrooklynATTY.com. From the shores of the Caribbean to the United States Courthouse, where clients are treated like people and not simply cases. Call us if you have a case involving police brutality, medical malpractice, construction accidents, automobile accidents, and all other personal injuries.
This is Attorney Roger Archibald. Call me today at 718-237-1111. We are family.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
I am woman, hear me roll. On International Women's Weekend, March 7th and 8th, we continue to celebrate those who are gone but not forgotten. Also, a special celebration appearance by the Calypso Monarch of the World, Terry Lyons.
Yo, this is Terry Lyons, and guess what? On the 7th and the 8th of March, we'll be celebrating on International Women's Day those who are gone but not forgotten and the present. Come out, tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't forget, let's celebrate. Trinidad need a blessing. Love you.
On Saturday 7th March at Napa 6 p.m. and Sunday 8th at Sapa 5 p.m. as Trinbago receives a blessing. Past women champions to be celebrated. Singing Sandra, singing Francine, and Denise Plummer. Also Funny, Shadow, Maestro, Blacks, Rigo, Arrow. Your master of ceremony, Sunny Bling. Tickets $300 and $250. $50 off by Monday, March 2nd. If stocks last. An additional $10 off for online purchases. For more info, call 732-3402. Gone, but not forgotten. Celebrating International Women's Weekend.
All right, people, so we're back, and let me see now. We are just about 25 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock. We got to get to Pastor John in just a little bit, so we got some calls that we could take. But there is one other issue that popped up yesterday, a very serious issue, for the former Minister of Health, Terence Yal Singh. And it was brought up at a joint select committee where apparently the minister, it is alleged, there's an allegation that he gave preferential payment or treatment to a particular company, right? It came up in the joint select. There was an article on it yesterday. I will pull up that article and read a little part of the story for you. But I want to take you to the action at the joint select committee yesterday. You can give me 1 and 2 back to back, eh? Yeah. So this is what happened.
What the codes here? Rightfully so. Why aren't we allowed to name the names that the gentleman focused on of those 900 companies, those 900 drugs? Why? I don't understand.
I'm not saying we're not allowed, but we can. And let's address the elephant in the room.
Exactly.
The one company that this benefited the most is Aventa, isn't it true? Smith Robertson morphed into Aventa.
They've had most of the registrations.
Not most of. Mr. Ali, listen, I want to be very respectful to you, right? So let's, we have a Trini saying, in Trini parlance, let me not try to play smart with stupidness, right? We know the company you're referring to is Aventa.
Over 100 million US dollars? Yes, Mr.
And that is why I asked you earlier whether it was habitual for customs to determine who registered the product when shipments were being stopped at the port. Because the anecdotal evidence that I know of as a practicing lawyer, Minister Maraj knows of as a practicing lawyer, is that it is habitually done because they are the entity that registered the pharmaceutical. And the marketplace is being unduly constricted by administrative arrangements designed to suit one company. That's my grouse with the soul. And I'll invite him to do so.
Aventa, 100 million US. Aventa, 100 million US.
Isn't it correct, Mr. Ramphali, that you were instructed to give Aventa preferential payment over and above everybody else? Isn't it correct?
So, Chairman, there was a meeting that was held with NIPDEC and the Ministry of Health team from 2023 to a period early in 2025 that in terms of the various allocations of payments were dictated by the ministry.
All right, that's an interesting turn of phrase. Can we get that repeated, please? What did you just say? Repeat it for me.
In terms of the payments that were made, the various
payment allocations, the priority payment allocations were dictated by the Ministry of Health.
Yes.
And who from the Ministry of Health was there?
Representative of NIPDEC and executive team at the Ministry of Health.
Who from the Ministry of Health? Was the minister there?
Yes.
And the minister dictated the preferential terms of payment. The answer is yes or no?
Yes.
Sorry. Just what year we're talking about, or the
So that's a period from 2023 up to 2025.
And for the edification of the public, who was the Minister of Health?
Minister of Health, Mr. Yal Singh.
Terence Yal Singh.
Yes.
So, questions for the former Minister of Health to answer. Terence Yalsing. We're talking $100 million US here. Now, yesterday in the paper, it was there, former Health Minister Terence Yalsing is facing serious allegations of political interference following claims that he pressured the State Procurement Agency, NIPDEC, to give preferential payment to a major pharmaceutical company. During a Public Administration and Appropriation Committee, Public Administration, not GSC, right? Session chaired by Jagdeo Singh, tensions ran high, as you could clearly hear there just now, as the inquiry into the state's pharmaceutical acquisitions highlighted both alleged political interference and what was described as a rogue operation that went undetected for 8 years. NIPDEC General Manager Vyas Ramphali told the committee that between 2023 and 2025, he was instructed by the Yalsing to prioritize payments to Aventa, a pharmaceutical distribution and manufacturing arm of the Agostini Group, over all other companies. And Singh, pressing Ramphali directly, asked, quote, "Isn't it correct, Mr. Ramphali, that you were instructed to give Aventa preferential payment over everybody else?" Ramphali replied, "There was a meeting with NIPDEC and the Ministry of Health team from 2023 to early 2025 where various allocations of payments were dictated by the ministry." All right? And of course, it goes on to mention what you just saw in the clip. Now, Singh did say that the committee would now send a letter to the Yalsing inviting him to appear before the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, the PAC committee, right, to clarify the issue. However, the Yalsing is denying the allegations and told Guardian Media that he plans to pursue legal action, right? Going on to say that, quote, "Mr. Ramphali seems to be politely a stranger to the truth. He went and spewed lies. I have already obtained a recording of the session and have turned it over to my lawyers to take appropriate legal action against Mr. Ramphali," he said. When asked if he would appear before the PAC, he replied, "I will seek the appropriate legal advice," end quote. All right? Now, David Nakid, who is part of the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, was asked outside the Parliament yesterday about the Yalsing wanting to take legal action. This is what he had to say.
What he's about, I think, for the Yalsing to so cavalierly dismiss them as lies, it shows his disconnection from what he's about to face. In other words, we've had a company, Aventa, with $100 million US. And I want people to understand that figure, 100 million, almost $1 billion TT dollars in business, pharmaceuticals, being assisted by a PNM politician, a failed PNM politician in Terence Yalsing, who gave them preferential treatment over small, for want of a better word, mom and pops pharmaceutical or pharmacies that were raided, that were excluded from importing drugs and all of that, in the interest of the 1% that this government is fighting against the monopolization of all the industries, food import industries, the pharmaceutical industries. And this is significant. And I think Terence Yalsing has to come in. He can talk all about the lies. He has to come in and face the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. And that's the thing, encourage the rich to get richer so the poor could get jobs, which is, I guess, along the lines of creating monopolies, when you look at it that way. We're talking about $100 million US to one company as it relates to pharmaceuticals, which that's a lot of money. To one, that is a lot to one pharmaceutical company. And the Yalsing I mean, the Ramphali guy, Ramphali is saying that Diyal Singh was present in these at the meeting apparently, and that he gave preferential treatment to this one company. So that within itself is political interference. So how serious these allegations are in terms of whether there's criminal aspects to this, I will have to inquire. I'll find out from Brandbig. I know he's recovering from a recent heart surgery. So, of course, we had to wish my lawyer and Breaking Dawn's legal advisor, Brandbig, a speedy recovery. He did have heart surgery not too long ago, just about, I think it was the 9th of February, somewhere thereabouts, he had his heart surgery. So I'll find out from him, I'll get some legal advice on that, on what Diyal Singh could be facing if this is legitimate. I find it very, very odd that he would first seek legal action before going to answer the questions from the committee. Because if they send out an invite for you to come and clear the air, I would think that is your first option. You have somebody that has made a claim, and you go to the same committee that the claim is made, and you give your side of the story and try to clear the air there, and then it either dies right there, or it could go further, and then legal action could be taken, or that could be used as an option. But to immediately trigger some form of legal action, I don't know, that to me is like jumping way ahead of where this whole discussion is right now. We are 23 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. I do have to go to a break, boy. Let me see if I can just squeeze two calls. All right, I'm going to take two calls on this. Hello, good morning. Yeah, morning.
Hey, morning, Mr. Safan.
Yes, I. What are your thoughts?
Well, the man must take legal advice. He's a Sawati. Poor man like me.
Well.
You understand? Only poor people, that would be sometimes. And
No,
even
well, it's not just legal advice, He said he's going to pursue legal action. And I'm saying that...
Against the mister.
I'm saying that
This mister...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. This Mr. Yasin here, I don't know if how to phrase it, boy. He there a long time, quote unquote, and if that or he now reach.
No, he would have been there because he talking about since between 2023 and 2025.
Right, so okay.
He's the general manager on NIBDEC.
Right, I seen him, Mr. Ramali.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I remember the former Prime Minister went at the inquiry into the Seabridge fiasco some years ago.
Right.
He was accompanied to the JSC with the former Prime Minister also.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think Mr. Diyal Singh could go to the JSC with somebody by his side to assist him now. If you want to attend.
Well,
you understand that?
Yeah.
To guide him accordingly now, because you'll be questioned. Okay?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, let me see if I can take just about two more, maybe, if it's quicker like that. Hello, good morning.
Use the phone.
Yes, I.
When this is you talking about the video itself, or you talking about other things too?
No, you go ahead. Throw in your comment, whatever it is.
Now this thing with the man, we're talking about Greenwich with the video now, with the man in the van and all kind of thing now.
Yeah.
You know the keep the man van? You know somebody keep the man van too? You know that have a video? On Ian Allen with that?
Serious?
Yeah, and they had a next video where they patting on the man and taking things from the man pocket and all kind of thing, and picking up shells and you didn't see that, man?
No, I didn't see that.
But Ian Allen had 3 videos with that. One the Tiffany van and next people taking the man when the man pocket and taking the man thing, take man watch and all kind of thing.
Well, when they rob him the vehicle?
Yeah.
Right, they put him on the side of the road.
Right, and a man jump in the man van and go into it.
Right, well, it's a notice, that van.
No, I talk about in Grand by when the man get thing after the last
Oh, when the man get killed.
Yeah. and
Grand
some of them
Bazaar,
take
this
it
one,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went down, some one of them went down in the pocket or some kind of thing and let me see, but yeah.
Man take the van.
No, they went,
But
they pick up.
when Ian Allen do find out that 17-year-old take the man van, no? Or 16-year-old, I think, no?
Okay. All right.
And watch tap on it have a way to watch Synergy live right through, right? Instead of watching it breaking on, it have a site or something.
Director, we have our live stream constantly running? Or it's just breaking on and crime watch just go
Is it
live?
breaking on alone?
On Tego.
On Tego?
Tego, yeah. There's an app.
Oh, Tego?
It's an app on our website.
Tego, you say?
Tego, T-E-G-O.
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 T-E-G-O, right. Alright, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, boy. I'm going to take this final one here from my good partner, Barakpo. Barakpo, what's going on?
Hi, good man. How are things?
I did good, man. I squeeze you in. Go ahead.
Stefan, so what we dealing with here is another or it's a general Colin Imbert scenario then. Because we know nothing they're coming out of this. And we know it's going to cost the taxpayers a lot of money. But you know the whole thing where people must listen to when you're hearing these figures and the money and things that passing in that them arena is that these same people must be coming and trying to say they're helping people to get CPAP work, and they provide 20,000 CPAP jobs. And when you come in through customs with your little suitcase with just about 50 pounds, there is one to tell you, ask you how much US money you have, and then they would want to take your suitcase and pass it through the scanner and charge you a set of money if you bring a little bottle of vitamins or something. I think this is what the population has to listen to and understand what these people really is for. You know? And when they come around telling you that they're here to help you and all these kind of things, we must listen to that and run these people because they're disgusting. They're not for the country and they're not for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And that's a PNM regime. And it trickles down to some other avenue with other political party to it. So we have to be careful and listen to this, what has been going on. And don't just say, oh, lock him up or anything. Watch and listen how the structure of what is about that govern Trinidad and Tobago. Have a good morning.
All right, man.
Take care, man.
Cool. So that's Barakpo. Of course, tomorrow is Thursday. So we'll have a little more time. But we got to go to the break. As we go to the break here, people, I want to remind you of two things. Do not forget, you have the Mingle and Barbecue. That's right, the Mingle and Barbecue. And that is taking place at Reality of a Dream this coming weekend on Saturday. And it is 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan, from 2:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. All right, and you have the choice of chicken or fish. It's a barbecue. You could dine or take away. You're going to have live performances there at Reality of a Dream to entertain you while you're either dining or while you're there to take away. All right, because you might end up at a little line, you know. I mean, you could shake your leg a little bit too. All right, tap your feet. And you'll have full access to the pool as well. So for more information, all you need to do is contact 490-6760 or 332-6880. All right, it's the Mingle and Barbecue at Reality of a Dream this Saturday. Get those tickets. And I also want to remind people, Stefan Run is on April 26th. All right, registration is open right now. Registration is currently open. All you have to do to register and to make it very easy on yourself and myself is just go to trinbagoevents.com. trinbagoevents.com. Go there and you will be able to register online. All right, you pay with your debit card or credit card or whatever it might be, and you pay online. A little bit later down in the month of March, by midway March, we will have the options at Sports and Games nationwide, where you go to Sports and Games, you could pay cash, and that's for those of you who don't want to pay with your card, right? And you prefer to pay cash. You'll be able to pay cash, you'll get a promo code, and the promo code is what you're using to get yourself registered on trinbagoevents.com. It was done last year. We had no problem with it, so we expect no problems this year, okay? And remember, when you're putting in the size of your jersey, make sure that the size that you put is the size that you want. Because when you come on the day, that is the size that you're getting. Right? There are people who like to come back and say, no, it's a large, you know, not a medium. And you put medium on the thing, you know. But you're telling me it's a large and you want to get it exchanged. Make sure you know what size you put in. All right? And if you want your children to get a medal, you have to pay to register the child. Because that medal this year, it's going to cost me a pretty penny. I will show you what that medal look like. I was showing Chris. Chris, I nearly pop out his socket when he see the medal just now. All right, so we're getting ready for April 26th at QRC, 6 a.m. start time. Big up the Empower Fitness crew. They will be there to do the warm-up as well. They're already registered for Run Stefan Run as well. So a lot of people getting registered. Get registered early. We only doing 1,000 people and not going past 1,000. I'm telling all this straight. So if you come too late and I don't reach my numbers, next year for you. I'm telling all this straight. In the meantime, we take the break. When we come back, Pastor John will get cracking with him via Zoom.
Introducing the new Sun Mix Nut Bar. Available in 3 delicious flavors: granola raisin nut, almond cranberry crunch, and coconut almond crisp. All packed on a rich bed of dark chocolate.
Taste the good life, snack right. Taste the good life anytime. The good life. Sun Mix.
Sunshine Snacks Sun Mix Nut Bar. Taste the good life.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest royal castle.
Welcome to Antigua Mars. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mars. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to Mars, it was deadly.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycarettt@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715, or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
We're back. We got Pastor John with us, and we're going to link up with him via Zoom immediately. We are 6 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. All right. So, Pastor John, nice man, morning man.
I like that place saying, boy. Wow.
What's that?
I like your background. I like your studio.
But I tell you how to compete with you, man. You're coming with your fancy set every week. We had to do something,
You're welching into the board.
Yeah, we can't let you get away with it, We can't let you get away just so, So what's up, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
All right. So what are we talking about this morning? Diabetes?
Yes, talk about diabetes today.
All right.
Because diabetes, when you look at it, is the gateway to every disease. The first thing I want to say to people, if you don't have diabetes today, thank God and do everything possible in your life not to get diabetes. The only disease, as bad as cancer is, don't get diabetes. So if you get diabetes, you're 9% risk of getting cancer more than anybody else. That's how it is. It's the gateway to every disease and the gateway to immediately be diagnosed with about 57 different diseases.
Okay.
That's what diabetes are. So today, if you look at your key and you look at your house is your house, but when you go and come to enter your house, you need a key. The key in this case, as an illustration, is your insulin. And your body is your house. In order to get in the house, you need the key. So the key to the entire body is insulin. And if insulin stops producing, or the body can't receive it because the key doesn't work, the receptors doesn't fit into the hole, into the lock, then you have problems. And for any person right now, make this sacrifice to restore your insulin. I want to talk about the restoration of your insulin, your endothelium, by way of the sugar blocker Phyto Power Pack that contain the activation that will activate the insulin, that will restore the immune system, is the milk thistle, the bacopa, the ashwagandha, the green tea, and the curcumin. And the second Power 5 is the sugar blocker, which has the white kidney beans, L-arabinose, picolinate, green coffee beans, and 5 beetroot. Both of them contain 5 powerful antioxidants. That's why it's a power pack that will restore the pancreas insulin producing cell, which is the key to open the door to enter the entire body, which is insulin. Remember, you were born with insulin in your body. Nobody in the world should be giving you no insulin to inject in your body. Your insulin should be activated naturally. And until you're able to activate your own insulin again, you will always have struggles to resolve your diabetic situation. That's why my number is 516-286-7079. I become your best friend. It pays to know me. It pays to know me because I will assist you in living a healthier and better life. You deserve the best, and every one of us deserve the best. I'm not sure if you have any question or should continue.
Yeah, go ahead, I'm listening.
Yes, so for everyone that are listening right now, pay attention to what I'm saying, that this disease is not a harmless disease. Stop with the notion that you only have diabetes. They used to beat me in school because I couldn't pronounce words properly. And the same person who beat you in school for pronouncing words, they said diabetes. And when I look at it, it said diabetes. Instead of diabetes, I seen it as the pronunciation as diabetes. Diabetes or diabetes. One out of the two is the right pronunciation for diabetes. You're 9% higher risk of cancer. You put yourself in a position, if you have diabetes, you increase the risk of severe infection and all different complications. You have diabetes today, you increase the risk of kidney disease, nephropathy leading to kidney failure. Then they put you on dialysis, which is like die in all this because it's there for life. If you have diabetes, you increase the risk of eye disease like retinopathy, glaucoma, cataract, floaters, faded colors. You look at the sky, you're seeing everything white instead of you you're seeing the natural color of the sky. You become colorblind. All this is due to diabetes. You got diabetes, not sometimes, you're at risk for severe gum disease and bleeding in the gum and yeast infection in the mouth. Your tongue is white. You're at risk for nerve damage because high blood sugar levels can damage the nerves, and particularly in the legs and the feet, leading to neuropathy. You're at risk for kidney damage, which I said earlier. Diabetes can damage the kidneys, which filter waste from the blood, potentially leading to kidney failure. If you have diabetes today, you are at higher risk for eye damage. I said it before, every type of eye disease. If you have diabetes today, you are at high risk for erectile dysfunction and birth canal dryness. You are very high risk of all these things that I am mentioning. You're speaking about heart disease and lung disease and liver disease. You're at risk for viruses because of diabetes. So today, don't reject this message. Call and place your order at 516-286-7079. And the reason why you're calling me to place the order is that you want to restore your body again. The restoration. If you have any other type of disease, call me. I wish everybody could call me if you're not sick. Because if you're not sick, it is time to fix best time to fix your roof is when the sun is not shining. Take caution of your life. Take health seriously. It is no longer a joke. It is a very serious issue. That's what I need to talk about diabetes. I'm not sure if my time ran out, but I'm looking at the time.
No, we still have some time.
Okay, sir. So when you think about diabetes as your insulin, listen, it is your cells that are broken needs to be restored. It causes acid reflux. People skinning up the face. As a matter of fact, the sugar blocker is so powerful that if you know you're going to drink alcohol, you're going to party tonight. I think they used to sing a song, I'm going to party tonight.
Yeah.
And people love the song.
I'm going to party tonight. Yeah.
Yes, I think I remember that. Right? And you're going to party tonight. Drink a sugar blocker. Because alcohol is it's pure sugar.
Right.
So therefore, the alcohol will not latch onto the stuff and you will not have no hangover. Even if you get drunk.
Right.
Even if you get drunk tonight, you're not having any hangover tomorrow. Drink the sugar blocker. Because when sugar has nothing to latch onto, it flushes away with the waste of in your body. And the sugar blocker put a coating on your endothelium, the lining of your red blood vessel, so that sugar cannot attach to it. Because refined sugar is extremely dangerous for humanity. It is so bad that they have to give you a guideline to say that you should consume 32 grams a day. You know what the average person is consuming, just as the ones who keep proper diets, like myself, they say we cannot help ourselves. 212 grams.
Wow.
And the one who is indulging in sugar, like the ice cream, anytime the ice cream touch your nose and you have to wipe it off, you is addicted to ice cream. I'm telling you right now, they're consuming over 1,200 grams. It's all legal. It's addictive, but it's legal. Nobody lock you up for it. They can't stop you from buying more and more sugar. All the companies have to do is disclose how much sugar in the package. As long as they tell you and you could read, they don't even have to call you and tell you how much. When you read the package, you see how much sugar in the package, and you decide if you want to buy it or not. That's it. Just disclosure. That's all. And you can't sue them when you finish about, oh, you caused this to happen to me and you caused me to get cancer. That's what caused me to get cancer. I was addicted to sugar. I was a junkie to sugar.
Wow.
And I had cancer in my prostate in the 4th stage. I had 7 months to live in hospice until somebody teach me, hey, restore your immune system. Restore the antioxidant in your body. It's yours. Just throw it back up. Nothing you take, no supplement you use could heal you, but God designed the body to heal itself. And that's all the people need to understand. I am telling you, I should be sitting on Mount Rushmore right now because every church man or church woman should believe that, because they know, we read in the Bible, God is the one that heal you. And yet still they don't believe it. You go in the church and they don't even believe what the Bible says.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
No,
so my number.
I
go
just
ahead.
have a question here. We have about 3 minutes. I have a question here. What about somebody? There are. I'm seeing here for like insulin production, right? I know you tell me that your cells change over every 100 and.
Your red blood cell changes every 120 days.
Right.
Your white is 10 days.
Right. So what about, I'm seeing here that some people or some of the therapies include, like for insulin production, stem cell therapies.
Yes. When you got severity of the disease,
yes,
that you got to use diabetic pumps and keep all day long, every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes. It means that if you are so bad, because a lot of people have diabetes, it's just that the body is not producing enough. So they give you a system to stimulate the pancreas. It's like something not working in the old days. You're too young to know about picture tube TV. You come with flat screen TV. But when we had the picture tube TV, you used to kick it or knock it for it to work again. Well, it's the same thing that insulin serves to like aggravate the pancreas to jerk it off to produce some insulin.
Okay.
However, it come a time when don't care what you do to the pancreas, it can't produce any. So the body now has to depend on synthetic outside source that they studied and said this will keep you alive. And they keep pumping it in itself. So that even the stem cells and everything that is you're reading, and you will continue to read different things ever so often, is because scientists is ongoing on the topic to find ways to put it in the body.
Oh, okay. So that, all right. But of course, with the sugar blocker here, just before we close, with the sugar blocker, there is no need for that because that does it does the job, because when your cells change over, you know what I mean, and it's the red cells, right, like you said?
Yeah, let me break it down for you very quickly. I take less than a minute. The sugar blocker power pack with the items I gave you. One, oxidative stress is the reason you have diabetes. So the first thing will happen in the first month, it will reduce, which this one is scientifically proven by clinical testing on humans to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in the first 30 days.
Okay.
70% in 120 days. Someone using and to reactivate the system. Now, individual results may vary. Somebody with the severity who have to do the stem cell and whatever the case, it may take 9 months to a year. But the average person with type 1, type 2 diabetes, they should go back to the doctor in 6 months and he should be able to give you some clearance or let you know an update of what's taking place, because now you restore your body and it's working again. When the mechanic fix your car and restore it, you smile because you're driving down the street to go down San Fernando or going down San Fernando because you're feeling happy, you're smiling.
Right.
However, if you don't, you have serious issues. Statements made about products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, cure, or prevent any disease.
All right. So I just want to remind people here as we close, remember you can get Pastor John on the number on the screen there. 516-286-7079. You can contact him and you can get your orders in for the sugar blocker and the other products that he also provides under that range of products, okay? It's not just a sugar blocker. There are other products there that have other functions as well, and some of which I'm sure he's going to talk about in episodes to come. But you can make sure and call him on the number on the screen. Place your order today. Pastor John, I want to thank you for joining us this morning, man.
And I once again, I must say, whoever designed that studio for you, that's a master class, man.
All right, nice, man. Well, the general manager will take will take the props to that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Have a great day today and a better one tomorrow. Bye-bye.
All right, cool. Yeah, man. That's Pastor John on the inside. I got 2 birthdays, so we're going to do the 2 birthdays and wrap up. All right? All right, so we got to say happy 81st birthday going out to Mrs. Dulcie Matura. And this is coming from the entire family, and they want you to have a blessed day. So, Mrs. Dulcie Matura, happy birthday to you. 81 years old, man. Nice, man. And finally, happy 17th birthday to Michael from friends Levi, Adrian, and Anushka, as well as your brothers in Christ, Praveen and Danielle. Looking absolutely massive. Keep up the good work. All right? Looking absolutely massive? Wait, I tried to... I don't know what I mean. All right? But anyway, we got to wrap things up for today, Wednesday, and put it away. We want to thank you for your calls and your comments, of course. Today is usually a busy day. You know, Wednesdays go with Behind the Badge and, of course, the 2 segments inside of there. Tomorrow, we have 2 of the cast members for the Scandal in Cedros. They're going to come in. I think Zoe and Deborah will join us tomorrow. They're going to tell us a little bit about it. We're going to have a nice little conversation here. And on Friday, I'm trying to get a coach in studio. There is a guy who operates, I think it's a football camp, and they usually have scouts coming from Borussia Dortmund to scout our talent here. But I'll contact him today, and I'll see if he's available for Friday, so we can get a little sports in the mix on Friday as well. And we will take a look at Young Brother, but Young Brother in Guyana. Apparently, Young Brother went to perform in Guyana, and they let go some bottle behind him and run him off the stage. I did not know what caused it, but I see that he did an interview in Guyana since he has done an interview and explained it to some extent. But yeah, all it'll be pelting me Trinidadian artists over there. Don't do that. Don't be on that. Anyway, we wrap up for today. Until tomorrow, people have a great day. We are out. That's it for Breaking Dawn. Bless.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Barrel Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ be with you now and always. God bless you all.
Introducing the new Sun Mix Nut Bar. Available in 3 delicious flavors: granola raisin nut, almond cranberry crunch, and coconut almond crisp. All packed on a rich bed of dark chocolate.
Taste the good life, snack right. Taste the good life anytime. The good life. Sun Mix
Sunshine Snacks Sun Mix Nut Bar. Taste the good life.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet. Located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.